Hi guys, welcome back to Winning at Fitness. I'm Reggie Clements, and today I'm sitting in a chair. Now, the reason I'm sitting in this chair today is because our topic is how to improve your posture and how to prevent bad posture. Right now, I'm sitting in a correct posture position. Now, for a lot of people, this is a very hard position to sit in because they have been sitting in an incorrect position for so long. Before I go any further, I need to explain one vital thing that happens to you. The muscles themselves have a specific amount of elasticity in them, and the muscles also take the shape and form of the position that they stay in most of the time. Now, let's look at this. Now, if you had a job and your job was at a desk, that means pretty much that you probably either lean forward on a computer or you was writing or doing something like that. Now the other thing is, so you can see it from the side, I turn slightly sideways. If you was at home reclining in your recliner, you may be down like this in your chair. Now, what this does is round your back, brings the shoulders forward, and protrude the neck. So if you spend a lot of time in this position, which we consider this to be a real relaxing position, those muscles start to take that shape. So when you sit up, you tend to wind up in this position here, which means that's the position that you've been sitting in most of the time. So your shoulders fall forward, your back rounds, and the neck protrude forward. Now, what happens to those muscles when that happens? Well, if you do it for a very long time, maybe like 30, 40, 50 years, guess what happens? Those muscles in the chest get really tight. Those muscles in your back get longer. They become overstretched. Then they become weaker. So these muscles are weaker and these muscles are tighter. Now, some people will come by with a great idea and they say things like, why don't you just sit up straight? But you can't. And the reason why is because these muscles keep holding you in this position. And these muscles don't have enough strength in it to bring you up. Now, here's another thing that happens to you. Your hip flexors, which is right here at the hip, they get really tight. So when you stand up like this, you tend to want to stay in this position. You ever seen people walk and they're like this here? Let me move my chair out the way so you can see how I'm doing this. I look like an old man, an old person doing that. Well, that's what old people look like. Check them out the next time that you see them. They all sort of bent over and rounded back and leaning forward. That's because their hips won't straighten up. They want to stay here. And then with a rounded back and your shoulders forward, and they have to raise their head up so they can look and see where they're going. Boom, hips on, chest up. These are just tips. So when you stand up, start getting your glutes into that position so it opens up those hip flexors. Turn those muscles on. Start standing up straight. Sit straight. And guess what happens? You start looking straighter. Now, what I do every day in my life is work with clients to help correct this position. This is my specialty. So for all of you guys out there who really want to get the latest tips, listen to all this detailed stuff that's coming up. Now, here's another little tip that I want to give you. If you have been sitting in bad posture for a very long period of time, just sitting up won't correct it. You will have to utilize some type of exercises to enhance that. Now, here's a couple that you can actually do in a chair. Now, I'm going to put my arms up here. The muscles that are between your shoulder blades are what's called your rhomboid muscles. Those muscles become stronger. They pull your shoulder blades together and they tend to make these muscles relax in the front because you strengthen them. But it should be combined with a stretch of the chest. So if you find a doorway, put your hands in the doorway, lean forward, inhale, exhale, let yourself drop through. Inhale again. Exhale, let yourself drop through. You need to stretch the chest muscles. And do this exercise where you pulsate back into the back and right into the shoulder blades. And that's will get you started on your way. Now, those are simple exercises. They'll work if you are beginning to have bad posture. But if you have had bad posture for years, you need to give me a call. Email me, text me, whatever else you need to do. Just email me, and I'll give you some more detailed tips on what you need to do. So that's it for today, guys. Hang in there. Let's work on our posture so we can stay young and vital, looking strong, looking fit all the time. So what do? We win at fitness. We win at fitness because we are smart. We win at fitness because we take things from a science base and apply it every day of our life into a very simple, functional environment. We keep it real. We don't go for the hype. I'm out of here.